Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakadash. Yahweh is who you can call God as Jehovah. Yahweh means he is, he exists. And Yahushai is who you can call Jesus Christ. Yahushai means he saves, he delivers. And double honor to the apostles of Ezra Great Millstone. And salutation to all the Archim that's pushing the truth. All could have raw. Waking the neck of the third, I'm not sure this brother kind of not. Bring GMS Miami Camp with another lesson going into the Motb to the B. Everything leads back to the chip. Everything that you see that's happening upon the earth is leading to the Motb to the B. All right, the global reset. All right, that's why they're coming against gas. All right, they're coming against gas so they can replace gas with digital. All right, with electric. All right. They're all in cahoots. That's why I say Psalms 83. They're all in cahoots, man. All these nations are in cahoot with the New World Order. All right? They're all in cahoots. They're all with it. They're all with Babylon, being the spearhead of this thing. All right? So don't get bamboozled or get like, all these things are happening are for the chip. It is what it is. All right. We're gonna bring, everything leads back to the chip. And the chip is the Motb to the B, the mark of the beast, or the RFID chip. All right, the device that's gonna be implanted in your right hand on your forehead. All right, small as a grain of rice. All right. You're going to be like a cyborg up to machine, like a machine up to the data clouds. All right? Fuck you. All right? So, let's get it. And that's why if you're with an Israelite camp that's not speaking of the mark of the beast, they don't even know what the mark of the beast is. The Lord is not dealing with them. The scriptures say he revealed his secrets to the servants, the prophets. All right. If they don't know what's the mark of the beast, the Lord is not dealing with them. All right. Because that's a major prophecy. That's a life or death situation. All right. The Lord is not going to have his elect blinded or his elect just forsaken. Or just assed out. Hell nah. We will have to know what is the mark of the beast. That's the temptation that's gonna come upon the whole earth. All right, that great temptation. Where everybody's gonna be tempted. Everybody's gonna be tempted. If it's a rich, poor, free, or bond, to receive a mark in their forehead. Or in their right hand. So if you have a teacher he's confused, he doesn't know, he's playing around, he's put some foot in. One time he did say it was a chip, and now he's not. All right, he's sold out, and the Lord is not dealing with him. All right, Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls us all both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond to receive a mark. The mark of that, and the Greek is charagma, and incision. All right, an incision. All right, so like you receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Also, the foreheads of near a link. All right, and that no man might buy, sell, save he that have the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're not gonna be able to function in this man's society if you don't have the mark of the beast. All right, when they say he's gonna cause all small, great, rich or poor, free or bond, he's going to cause a problem, and by him causing a problem, there's going to be a reaction, all right, and the reaction, I think he's going to come with the solution, and the solution is going to be the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. That's going to be his solution. All right, you want things to get back to normal? All right, you want to have food? All right, you want to not have, you don't want to be sick and get a pestilence, whatever. Or you want to be able to see it, track your kids. Fuck it. All right, track your kids. All right, you're gonna have this chip. You're gonna have this chip. You're gonna have to be onto the cloud, and that's how he's gonna get these people that trust in Egypt. Are these people that don't look at they don't see a new heaven and new earth where dwelleth righteousness. All right, they don't see the kingdom of heaven. The only thing that they see is this world. All right, they're gonna take the chip. That's why I say woe unto them that go to Egypt for help. All right. So 17 again, that no man might buy or sell, save he that have the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here was to let him that have understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 600,366. All right, and that number is the universal product code, that you see, like the barcode that you see on items. That's the number of the beast. All right, that's the number of the elites, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys. That's the number. All right, and the only way to pledge and say that you trust in the system, the beast in his image, all right, worship the beast in his image, you're gonna have to receive the mark. All right, saying that you're down with the system. You're gonna basically saying that you're property of Esau, Edom, and that's why there's a judgment for those that are Israelites that take the chip, that take the mark of the beast. And we'll get that later. Let's go into, because you have people, all right, that's saying they're about the law, all right, but they still playing around with the chip. Instead of saying they're people, don't take the chip, all right, if you're if you're about the law says that you shouldn't. All right, and that's in, what it is it Leviticus or Exodus? I forget. Let's go to Leviticus 18, and I believe it's 20. Leviticus 19 and 28. Yeah, Leviticus 19 and 28. And ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, or print any marks, and that marks there is going into excision. All right, upon you, I am the Lord. So that's a commandment. We're commanded not to put anything in our body. All right, because it's the Lord's temple. As an Israelite, this is the Lord's temple, and the Lord is holy. The Lord is separate. All right, we're not supposed to defile our temple, defile our body. All right, so that's a commandment to you Israelites, man. All right, but you still pussyfoot, and you're not sure, you don't know what's going on. All right, the Lord's going to destroy you. All right, and as you people that take it, are you going to be destroyed? Because the Lord told you that he revealed his secrets to the servants of prophets. All right, and if the nigga don't know what's going on, and it's 2026, he don't know, he don't understand the book of Revelation fully, the Lord is not dealing with him. So now let's go back to Revelations 14. I just wanted a quick lesson. Let's go to Revelation 14 and get the judgment of receiving the mark. I say, through the terror of the Most High, we persuade men. All right, a quick lesson, man. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and the way to worship the beast in his image is to receive the mark, the charagma, in his forehead or in his hand. Because some people are like, all right, I'll get in my left hand. The Lord knows your thoughts, bro. That's why it says hand right here. And I think another verse it said hands. All right. Then the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured without mixture, into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, in the presence of holy angels, Slaki, in the presence of the Lamb. And there's going to be those intercontinental ballistic missiles. Are you going to bake in? You're going to cook in, and the concentration heat from the mouth of the chariots, the laser beam from the chariots, which you usually call UFOs. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receives the mark of it in his name. So judgment, that's the judgment. You're going to be put to death in a horrible death. All right, you're going to be cooked by fire, intercontinental ballistic fire, and concentration heat from the mouth of the church, and the Lord going to keep your body there until you come back as an Israel, those who are Israelites, into the kingdom. All right, right? Because at a certain point of heat, you're supposed to give the ghost, and the Lord's going to keep your spirit in that in that body to be tormented. All right, so I hope this was edifying.